Let's be real for a second. Most productivity videos are just aesthetic lies. They show you these perfect Notion templates that take 3 hours to set up and 0 hours to actually use. As a business owner who's also stuck in university, I don't have time to play with all these systems. I need one system that works even when I'm tired, even when the power goes out, and even when I have zero motivation. My philosophy is pretty simple. Keep it simple. Today I'm showing you the 4 apps that keep my content, my life, and my business from falling apart in 2026. The first app is Google Calendar. If a task doesn't have a time slot, it's just a wish, not a plan. Now, I don't just put generic things like study or work. I use time blocking to be hyper specific. I'll have specific time slots for everything. For lectures, for events, for parties, for shoots, you name it, it has a place in my calendar. The key for me is something called buffer time. Sometimes in life, things just happen. Sudden meetings, family stuff, or just feeling burnt out. I try to leave gaps between my schedules so that I have time to refresh before moving on to the next thing. But that of course doesn't apply to lectures because we can't really decide when the lectures or our timetables, how they're made. Also, if you're a student or business owner, color code your events. If it's shoots, have a specific color code. If it's lectures, have a specific color code. If it's tutorials, have a specific color codes. This will make your life so much simpler just because when you look at your calendar at a glance, you will know what you have throughout the day. Seriously, if you're not color coding, you're really missing out. The next step is Apple Reminders. Now, if you have an Android, it's fine. You could get a Reminders app and do the same thing. This is purely for the messy part of my brain. For example, since I shoot everything in this room, I'm constantly noticing things that need fixing. Charge the DJI mic, fix a lighting glare, buy an SD card. These are things that don't really deserve to go on a calendar, more like a to-do list, and this is where I use the Reminders app. I don't use a separate project management app for this. I just type it in while walking or just ask Siri to remind me. The goal is to close any open loops. Every thought you don't close is a tiny bit of RAM your brain is using to try not to forget it. Get it out of your head and onto a list so you can focus on the work that actually matters. Moving on to the next app, Google Keep. This one is absolutely legendary. And the reason I use Google Keep over Apple Notes is basically because I've been using it since I had an Android, even before I had iPhone, and I was using Windows. So it works great across all ecosystems. Doesn't matter if you're using an Android, an iPhone, whatever it may be, if you sign into your Google account and download the Google Keep app or just log into it online, all your notes are going to be there. Whereas on Apple Notes, it's not that easy. I use Google Keep for the stuff that isn't quite a project yet. Maybe it's a quote I heard in a video, maybe it's a video idea that I had, or a quick script idea for a comedy skit maybe. So my brain can get pretty cluttered pretty fast because I'm constantly brainstorming ideas between 5, 10, 15 clients and shoots and campaigns and YouTube video ideas and university work and lab submissions and lectures, and it can get pretty chaotic. So Google Keep is perfect because it's just fast. I can start a thought on my phone while I'm in an Uber, and it's right there on my MacBook when I get back home to my studio. It's a seamless transition and it'll really make your life a lot better. And moving on to the final app without wasting your time, it's Notion. This is where my business lives. I manage the entire backend of all my digital products, my businesses, the people who work for my company, my clients, payments. Everything is handled under Notion. See, it's not pretty, it's not aesthetic, it's not color coded, but it gets the job done. What I've done is I made my system extremely tidy and organized. That way, it doesn't need to have a lot of color, just like the Google Calendar. For example, I have a separate section for client projects. So, is the client onboarded? Did we send them the onboarding document? Did they sign? Did they pay? Did we do the task? Likewise. So it's pretty easy to track. And at the end of the month, I know that we have done work for these clients and we are yet to receive these payments. It's really, really easy. You just can't track all of that in your head. It's going to take a while for you to set it up at first, and you're going to have to get the hang of it. Trust me, I had to watch a lot of tutorials. I played around with templates. I downloaded templates. I tried creating my own templates, and I finally found stuff that works. And now I have found one template that I can use for pretty much everything else. So I duplicate it, change the content, and use it. So I'll see if I can link some nice templates down for you guys in the comment section or description below. And yeah, trust me, take the few hours or maybe even a full day, sit around, play with Notion. It will increase the productivity of your life by tenfold. Trust me. Now, a common mistake that I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is people try to use a ton of different apps for everything. For example, while I use just these few apps, some people might use 5, 6, 7 different apps for every single thing. For example, Google Calendar for personal life stuff, Outlook for university life stuff, Outlook calendar, it's just gonna get super complicated. Give it a go and see. Let me know how it goes. And if you guys want any more productivity videos in the future, any specific apps that you guys want me to review, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.